Good morning, students. Due to some technical problem in my laptop, the lecture was delayed. I apologize for that. We'll start the lecture within 2 minutes. If anybody wants to join, ask them to join as early as possible. Okay, let's start. I hope you can see my screen. Oh, got it. So I hope you can see my screen. Why so less attendance today? Lecture late शुरू हुआ इसलिए. Okay, put a message. Um, Sheldon, put a message.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In the morning lecture. Okay. I don't know whether you want to. Okay. So we were at first order syntax of first order logic, where we have seen all the basic syntaxes like constants, variables, predicates, functions, connectives, and equality. Okay. So out of this, we will see what are predicates and quantifiers. Last time, Sheldon had asked, right? Yes, Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll see that. What it was. Predicates and quantifiers. Okay. Okay. So about predicates and quantifiers, you can have a brief explanation. See, predicates and quantifiers. We have one sentence like all dogs are animals. So out of this sentence, we can see what are quantifiers. All. It represents a quantity. We can say in other words. Then there is a predicate that is animals. Okay, that is a particular part out of that all. Okay, let's see more briefly. Predicates is a dual purpose term. Predicate is a property or description. See, it's tall, it's long, is a prime number. It's a property, you can say. Another kind we can say predicate is also used as a synonym to propositional function, where the description is related not to certain object but a variable. Okay, if you want, you can take a screenshot for description of predicate. Okay, it's about a variable. All. It's about a certain all. Okay, quickly take a screenshot so that I can move to the next one. So we'll move to the next part, that is quantifiers. Quantifiers express the extent to which predicate is true. Okay, you can say in English or some. That means it focuses two types: universal and existential. Universal, a predicate is true for every element under consideration, and existential, a predicate is true for there is one or more elements under consideration. Okay, predicate calculus is considered the area of logic that deals with the predicates and quantifiers. We'll see what these two in detail. Quantifiers, as discussed, there are two types: universal and existential. Okay, if you want, you can take a screenshot. We'll move to the then next one. Just a moment. I need to, start sharing because can you see anything on the screen or it is blank? It's just looking blank. Okay. Okay, okay.
दोन नाही आहेत. खाली बघ तांदळाची भेटल बघ. वॉशिंग मशीनवर असं बघ तांदळाची तिथे. पाण्याचा आण, थंड नको आणू जास्त आण. मग तांदळाची थैली 6 किलोवाली बोलतो तुला. मोठी जास्त आण पानं. ए ए
Just let me know whether I'm audible or not. Yes, anyone please let me know whether I'm audible or not. Bad audio. Still breaking. I don't know. I'm sitting beside the Wi-Fi. I'm using proper channel to connect it to. What kind of voice is it? Like, is it like something disturbing voice coming? Oh, I start. Okay, okay, okay. Let me see. I've connected the Bluetooth device, but there might be the problem with this because I have a new handset, but the jack is not proper. It's not connecting and it sounds like it is breaking. I've connected therefore the Bluetooth with it, so it is creating this such a robot like a sound. So I don't know what to do. Just let me check it again. Hmm.
It's making a certain noise, I don't know how it is making that noise. Is it clear now? Because if the jack,
Ma'am, it's breaking, but the audio quality has improved.
okay, thank you. It's like I have connected the normal wired device, but if the jack gets little bit moved, it causes a lot of disturbance. I had experienced that, but I cannot help with that because I don't have other. Okay, good, thank you. But when it gets a little bit jerked or moved, it is creating some disturbance. I don't know what I need to get some color mic. Yes. Okay, so we'll move to the next part. That is quantifiers have two types, universal and existential, where we have a brief discussion of it. We have symbolic discussion, that is universal quantification. Oh, universal quantification. Just a minute, students. See, in other words, we can say universal quantification. Mathematical statement sometimes asserts or states that property is true for all the values of the variable in particular domain. For domain of disclosure, okay, where you can consider as a statement expressed using universal quantification. We have seen the example like for like all dogs are animals. Okay, so we represent domain disclosure as like all. Okay, so universal quantification of P of X of particular domain as a propositional. So these are technical. You can consider definitions for quantification, universal quantification. These are technical representations of it. The domain is very important, hence it is decided to decides the value, possible value of X. Therefore, P is very much important, where it shows you a particular value or it gives you a particular area of consideration for X. That means universal quantification of P of X changes when the domain is changed. The domain must be specified when universal quantification is used. Okay. Say X, you can consider any, you can say possible value, all, and P of X is nothing but considered as dogs. Okay. X is a any random variable you can consider, where P of X specifies a particular domain, that is dogs, in that sentence. Okay, as all animals are dogs, or you can say all animals can be considered as X, and uh, P of X considered to be as a dog. Okay, so you can go through this quickly and let me know. Then we'll move for the second type, that is existential quantification. Once you finish, just let me know. Okay, great. So we'll move to the next part, that is existential quantification. See, the mathematical statement assert that there is an element which is with certain property. Okay, such elements are expressed by existential quantification. It can be used as a proposition that is true if and only if p of x is true for at least one value of it. See, let's see what it is. Existential quantification of p of x is a statement. There exists an element x in a domain such that p of x. Say you have given a name to a dog. Say all animals, not all animals, or you can say dogs can be considered as existential quantification. We'll just revise the sentence again. All animals are dog. All can be considered as a quantification. Animals can be considered as universal quantification. And then dogs can be considered as existential quantification. That means you're talking about only dogs, okay, where sorry, that means we are talking about only dogs out of all the elements. Okay, that means we are talking about at least one dog which falls under category of dogs which falls under category of animals. Okay, quickly go through this and let me know in the chat box. There's a small difference between universal and existential quantification. Okay, quickly go through this and let me know in the chat box. I hope you have all the doubts have been cleared regarding quantification. Sheldon, is that
Yes, ma'am.
all the doubts might have been cleared regarding quantification?
Ma'am, I didn't understand the difference between the both words.
Both one. Okay, we had a statement, remember this thing in the starting. Let me just go back.
Some all dogs are animals.
Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, in this, we have two types of quantifiers, that is universal and existential, right? Now we'll see the difference. Okay. All is the quantification we are using in this. Okay. Okay. That was all dogs are animals. Okay. So if we write the same statement in the other way, as I said before, just let me write that so that will be clearer. All animals are, say, dogs. This is not possible, but still. So when we talk about all, we talk about quantification. When we talk about animals, we talk about universal quantification. We are talking about animals, all type of animals. Okay. And then dogs is nothing but existential. They have given very good example. If I can, you can see The examples were very good, actually speaking of. See this example. For universal, that is, they have given the statement as x plus 2 is greater than x. Okay, this expression x plus 2 is greater than x. Okay, if we can see, x plus 2 is greater, already it is greater than x, but it is true for all values of x. Understand? That means this is universal. All values of x. This is true for all values of x. This statement specifically. Okay, when we consider existential, they have given the example x is greater than 5. Okay, so we need to see the truth value of it. P of x is true for all real numbers greater than 5 and false for all real numbers which are less than 5. Okay, so there is this difference. Okay, or you can say, if we have written the same example in other way, like say x is less than 5. Okay, this will be more specific for you. Okay, if x is less than 5, that means x is true for all values less than 5. Okay, it has some determination, a fixed value. In previous example, it was varying with respect to x. Okay, and this has fixed value. We know 5 is the fixed value there. We will be considering either numbers greater than 5 or less than 5 depending on the statement which is given to us. Okay, are you getting this, Sheldon?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Others? Okay, great. आज संजू नहीं है. Sanjay will join by 9:50 as usual. Okay, so we'll move back to the main presentation. That is syntax of first order logic. This was about the syntax of first order logic. We'll move to the next part. That is different aspects of first order logic you can consider. Okay, we know which symbols are to be used in first order logic. Now we'll see some more, specific terms and uh, consideration in first order logic. A term, or you can say terms, is a logical expression which refers to the object. That means you can say a perfect description of that object. In mathematical language, we can consider a constant symbol which are used for terms, and you can say many times it is not convenient also, but we use a particular symbol. Say p of x is a function or f of x is a function. Okay, so f of x considered as a symbol. Okay, we can consider a complex term which is formed by function symbols. Okay, that, as I said, f of x can be any term, variable. F of x is a complex term in that. Then the atomic sentence. An atomic sentence is formed from predicate symbol optionally followed by parenthesis list of terms. Okay, now predicate symbol, the atomic sentence is true in a given model if the relation referred to the predicate symbol. Now what did be understood by the predicate. That predicate is a function from universe of discourse to true value, or you can consider predicate can be inequality in simple words. Inequality, equality, or a relation between left side terms to the right side terms. Okay, using proper parenthesis, that means using proper uh, you can say equality symbol, inequality or equality symbol, we can state the atomic sentences. About complex sentences, we can use logical connectives. um, do we know what are logical connectives? किसी को पता है what are logical connectives? किसी को भी पता रहेगा, can tell what are those logical connectives? Yes, operator, and or not. Yes. So complex sentences are nothing but when you combine two normal sentences with each other using and or not, or if if only, or if and only if, or if, those are called complex sentences. Okay, then if we quantifiers, we just see we just saw that quantifier, what are quantifiers. Okay, and quantifiers are most important part, because we will be doing first order logic, where logic also specifies the you can consider relation between one thing into another one. Okay, then we have seen existential quantification. We have seen the symbol. Please remember the symbol for existential as well as universal. Do you did you take down the symbol at least?
Ma'am, nothing is visible.
Nothing is visible.
वो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर लॉजिक वाला स्लाइड इज ऑन.
This one.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that's it. That is only. You want to see that quantifiers wala slide?
No, ma'am, I got that quantifier वाला slide.
Okay, that's it. I'm just on this slide only. First order logic. Okay,
Oh,
and lastly equality. Because as I said, when you put equality sign or inequality sign between two sentences, it becomes a complex sentence, depending on the requirement of your logic. Okay, so let me know if you have any doubt in this. This is just a certain terms which has to be considered in the first order logic.
Ma'am, I did not understand atomic sentences.
Atomic sentences. See,
Yes.
atomic sentence. See, complex sentence you understood.